Well, welcome along to Super League Raw News on Monday, the 13th of May. It's been a great weekend of Rugby League action, hasn't it? And as you can see right there in the top corner of the screen is a QR code for tonight's Super League Raw quiz. It is tonight, ladies and gentlemen. There are still chances for you to get limited tickets. They're limited availability for this evening. Come and join the Super League Raw community for the Super League Raw online quiz. You'll need two devices, one a laptop, an iPad or something, and your phone. You will be playing on your phone, but you'll be keeping an eye on the entire quiz, interacting on your iPad, etc. It'll be a great night. It's the second one that we've done. We've got over £40 worth of prizes to give away. Get yourself over to our Eventbrite page. There's the QR code. Go over there now, get your tickets, come and join us this evening for what is sure to be a fantastic evening of rugby league. Do you know your rugby league? Well, it's time to put that to the test, of course. Right, let's get into some news straight off the bat. And it's been announced that maybe, just maybe, Chris Satai is going to have a very surprise return to Hull FC. Rumours have it that Chris has not settled in the south of France with his family and would be open to a move back to Hull FC. That's a big one. One man who's going nowhere is Patrick Mago. He's signed a 2-year extension at the Wigan Warriors. You Warriors fans will be absolutely delighted with that, and rightly so. Other news as well in terms of bans. The match review panel has been sat. Liam Byrne, he has been given a 2-match penalty notice for his high shot at the start of the Huddersfield Giants game. And Tommy Makerson and Liam Horn have both been given a 1-match penalty notice for their next game, which is really interesting. I think, obviously, with the reserve games that are being played, perhaps Tommy Makerson may be selected for that one and may be available for his next outing for St. Helens, similar maybe for Liam Horn, but certainly I'd expect Tommy Makinson to be able to bypass that 1-match ban with maybe a reserve game, one of those little loopholes, of course, in rugby league. Don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe to us on YouTube, Facebook, all of our different platforms. Super League Raw News coming to you twice a week, giving you all of the news from around all the social media platforms. You don't have to go anywhere. You just need to tune in on a Monday and a Thursday, and we will do the hard yards for you. Round 11, some incredible results, but even more incredible tries. Some absolutely wonderful tries there. Which was your favourite? Let us know in the chat, in the comments. Get yourself down there now. Let us know. Personally, I thought the Elliot Wallace one against Wigan was absolutely outstanding for the Huddersfield Giants. And congratulations must go to Josh Charnley, having scored 300 career tries now. Brilliant try as well against their opponents, the Salford Red Devils, at the LSV. That was one to remember, and it was his 300th. Congratulations to Josh. These were the results for round number 11. The Wolves beating the Robins 20 points to 8 at the Halliwell Jones. The Tigers going down 60 points to 4 at home to the Saints. Leopards, brilliant win for them against the Salford Red Devils, 40 points to 12. The Warriors dispatching the Giants in the second half by 48 points to 6. The Dragons, a comfortable win in a really drab affair in Perpignan, 26 points to 0. And the London Broncos off and running, 34 points to 18 win over the, of course, Hull. Oh, bad news for Hull FC with regards to that one. Apologies for that one. Anyway, let's go around the ground, starting with that first game that kicked us off this weekend at the Halliwell Jones. Let's hear from both coaches.
Atmosphere here, when it's full stands, you know, as a player, you can feel that intensity. So, you know, the more people can get in the stadium, the better. I mean, because the team are really playing out for the town. We respect the town, and we want to do it justice. So, you know, we're playing hard for those, and hopefully we'll start filling out.
You'll lead them all next week in St Helens, won't you?
Yeah, well, it'll be nice, won't it? I mean, it'd be nice to get a full stadium there. There's a couple of games on before as well. Is that right?
Yeah, for the women's semi-final.
Yeah, so I mean, it'd be great to get a full stadium. It just adds to the atmosphere and the occasion. So, and I'd urge everyone to get out and amongst it. It'd be a great game. Huddersfield have been playing good, so we're looking forward to it.
Yeah, we've been, really good with our discipline this year in that area of the field. You don't want to give teams, especially like Warrington, you don't want to give them leg ups and easy meters upfield. We certainly gave that. They played well. I thought they put us in corners, and their kick chase was strong. They ran hard. I thought they played well.
Played well indeed. It was a great game at the Halliwell Jones Stadium. Warrington really good in the first 20 minutes. Hull KR having the moments in the second half. The Broadbent try that we saw there in tries of the week, very, very easy on the eye indeed. Both of those two sides, of course, in Challenge Cup semi-final action. We will be reviewing that on our Thursday news bulletin. And of course, I'm sure we'll be talking about that live on Super League Raw Weekly, Tuesday night, 8 p.m. on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. Now, we actually had a great debate on the Final Whistle podcast. That's available for you as well now on Amazon, Spotify, and Apple, of course. There it comes to me in the end. We had a great conversation about the Warrington Wolves, and if the players were actually trying to gain the respect of their new coach. Go and have a listen to that debate. We were joined last night with Super League Raw members Craig Rugby and Dawn Baker. Can't get my words out today. Craig Rugby and Dawn Baker, as well as Steph Sale. We were discussing lots of things on the Final Whistle podcast. Make sure you listen to that on your way to and from work over the next 48 hours or so. A really interesting debate. There's no doubt about it. Warrington have got a lot better in defence under Sam Burgess. Willie Peters' side, the blitzing teams one week, getting beat quite convincingly the next. It's going to be fascinating to see how those two teams go in what is, without question, the big one, the big semi-final clashes that are coming up this weekend. A team that were in superb form, played incredibly well with the Leigh Leopards. Let's get all the fallout from the game at the LSV.
Minute 1 to minute 80, the boys just put in such a shift, and when we was 12 up, I gave a bit of a daft penalty away, but the boys rallied around, they covered my back, and that's what this team's all about, covering each other's backs. And I think, especially that second half, even when we were quite far in front, the desire we were showing in their 20, it was unbelievable, and I think just what a game to come back into.
And Charnley is offered an opportunity to have a run, and he rarely turns those down, and off he goes. Briley's after him, but Charnley is going to score in the corner. Wow, that will go down in history. His 300th career try, Josh Charnley.
Yeah, it's an enjoyable one, this one, It's Salford, a really well-travelled group, they're well-connected, and they play some good rugby, and, to keep him down to 2 tries, it's credit to our boys.
Very pleased and proud of the group that they've stuck through some difficult times and got the result that we deserved tonight. I felt, I think we've been pretty good for 6 weeks really, but just haven't been able to nail that second half and close the game out like last week. So I'm just proud that we're getting better each week, and by doing that and being committed as a defensive unit, it seems to have turned the corner.
Yeah, I think I just thought Leigh were very good, and they played the game much tougher than us. And ultimately, when it comes down to fundamentals of running hard and tackling hard, I thought Leigh totally dominated in that respect. And I think from lessons from last night's game, Hull and Warrington, that Warrington kind of did the same to Hull for large periods. They played the game too quick. The ruck speed was quick. They were winning collisions, and they won collisions in attack and in defence. So the ruck was in their favour on both sides each time, all the way through the game. So pay credit to Leigh. I thought their performance was really good, but we were well beaten in the fundamentals. Take everyone in isolation. Obviously, we went to OKR and come up with a bit of a stinker there as well. So I don't want to. I won't go. I'll go home disappointed, but I'm never like downhearted. I always feel this group has a remarkable resilience and ability to bounce back. I always feel that as a group we do it tough as always, and sometimes you just get beat by a better team on the.
Yeah, you get beat by a better team on the day. There's no doubt about it. Leigh Leopards were great value for that win. Paul Rowland will be disappointed, but not disappointed with where the Salford Red Devils currently sit in the league table. As for Adrian Lamb, he's right. They have played very well all season. You've only got to look at their points for and against to realise that. And I did speak at length with Steph Sale earlier in the week with regards to this game. And I did say the key aspect for me was nullifying both Nene McDonald and Leigh. Leigh scored a beautiful try at the end, of course. It was a consolation, nothing more, nothing less. But I thought Leigh did a really good job of keeping both Nene McDonald and Leigh quiet. McDonald just about getting over 100 metres, and he was burning through that for fun all season. Could only do, like I say, the 101. We know that, Leigh, 5 tackle busts in this, 4 for McDonald. We know they've got quality, but they did defend very, very well against them. As for the Leigh Leopards, some incredible performances. Brad Dwyer, possibly one of his best performances since going to the Leigh Leopards. Lachlan Lamb getting better all the time. Moylan is purring. Mulhern back, of course, from injury and had a really solid game. Hanley, you could go on. There's no doubt Leigh have got it in their locker to come back and come back strong. They've got 2 weeks off now to get the bodies back in check, ready to go again at Huddersfield away. It's going to be fascinating to see, can the Leigh Leopards have a late surge, we're only a third of the way through the season, but it's such a gap between them and the playoff places. It's going to take a really good run from the Leigh Leopards, but I'll tell you now, on the form that we've seen against Catalan and now against the Salford Red Devils, who would bet against Adrian Lamb's side? One team that has been playing really well of recent weeks but had a catastrophe on Friday night was the Castleford Tigers. Let's now get all of the fallout from this game.
Second half as you could possibly get. We've built them up over the last couple of weeks, last 2 or 3 weeks, with their effort and the desire and the commitment. And in the second half, it was almost like we were back to the Huddersfield game again, where they put the cue on the rack and almost accepted that they were going to get beat and just stopped. And that can't happen. It can't happen at all. We showed an immense amount of naivety in that first half when Saints went down to 12, and we didn't manage the game at all. We tried to go wide too soon. We tried to go round them. When you're down to 12 men, the team are going to hunt from the inside, so you've got to drop angles, you've got to come back against the grain and try and create a little bit of disruption in their defensive line. Get leg tackles, get inside shoulders. We kept sending the message on to make sure, let's go back against the grain, inside balls, let's test them out, but we kept going wide. I think we completed just over 40% in that first half. And when a team's down to 12, when you've got to take the juice out of the tank, and we just kept fueling them with mistake after mistake after mistake, and we've got to be smarter. We've got to be smarter with it in that situation. So the second half was just immensely poor, and we touched the ball 4 times in the whole of the second 40 minutes. And the fourth time we touched it, we kick it away and tackle one. I know the game's gone at that point, but we've got to be smart. All you've done is defend for 40 minutes. You've touched the ball 3 times, you get the ball back, tackle one, we'll kick it back to you. That's just dumb. It's just dumb rugby, and it's almost like we're taking shortcuts. And you've got to be smart in that respect. You can't have a massive leap back like that. We can't have the huge disproportionate distance between the quality of performance from last week into this week, especially at home. To dish that up at home in the second half, it's unacceptable. We've got to apologise to the fans for that. We've all got to take responsibility for that. We've all got to take the blame for that. Me included. I'll take the flak. I'll take everything that comes. But the players have got to put their hands up as well. So that's not to concede 52 points in the second half. Completely unacceptable.
Amazing, you know, I couldn't really imagine it going any better, to be honest. We're just on the front foot on the whole time, and it was just great to be a part of it.
We showed real resilience in that, particularly in that first half.
Yeah.
What do you put that down to?
I mean, this week all we've been talking about is just, you know, us ourselves, you know, what it means to play for us, and I think tonight really displayed what it means to be a Saints player. Just that attitude of not giving up and trusting your inside man and working for each other. I think that was down to a T tonight.
You've been building and working and waiting for this moment. When Wello gave you the nod, how did you feel?
I was shocked because he didn't tell me beforehand. We were just in a meeting and my name came up on the screen, and then all the lads just went insane. I couldn't even describe the feeling. You know, just a long time of working hard and stuff, and it finally came to this. I was just absolutely buzzing, to be honest. I can't even put into words how I felt.
When Tommy went off, it was always going to be tough, but I thought boys now dug in. We turned up for each other. Plenty of effort. Everyone was moving. No one was taking shortcuts or having breathers. So that paid off in the first half. It kept us in the game. But yes, I thought as soon as we went to 12 apiece, we came over the top of them there. So game of two halves really. I thought we deserved it in the end.
No, like I said, I thought the group were incredible in terms of the way they handled the whole occasion tonight. It kept things really simple, you know, very basic in terms of the way we went about our business. Really valued the tough stuff first, and then off the back of that, when we got opportunities to play, I thought our halves, you know, Lewis, Johnny and Jack were instrumental in either opening them up or getting the ball, you know, to the edges with time and space. You know, so the likes of Conrad or Wonga Blake could hurt them as well. So it was a very good team performance, and one that I know that the team are very pleased with. See, we found out in the week that Morgan Knowles was going to be unavailable, and I had absolutely no hesitation whatsoever in picking Noah. He's been training really well. He's had some strong games in the reserves. He's had a few games out on dual reg for Swinton, and you know, he was deserving of the opportunity. And I thought he did a really good job. My plan was to get him out earlier, but obviously the sending off effective that. I wanted to keep some interchanges in the bag for the back end of the game if we were required to keep rotating and taking blocks on and off. But I thought when he got on the field, I asked him to do two things. When I picked him earlier on in the week, and that was to make his tackles and run the ball out. And I thought he did both of those things.
Really impressive debut, wasn't it, from Noah Stevens? There's been a lot of chat on St Helens social medias to give Stevens a go. I enjoyed watching him last year in the reserves. He is a really good prospect. And what I was really impressed with when Stevens was concerned, it was a cameo, but what a cameo. 11 drives in this game. It was, 9 drives for 11 metres a carry, 99 metres, 2 tackle busts as well. He came on the field and he had an impact in terms of the go forward. Yeah, don't get me wrong, at that point, Castleford had been defending a long time. It was a great game for Noah Stevens to make his debut. But needless to say, it was very, very impressive. Another product of their development system coming to the fore. St Helens were outstanding, best attack and now the best defence in Super League. As for the Castleford Tigers, I thought Craig Lingard yet again spoke from the heart, really honest. You can't fault him for that. We are blessed at the moment in terms of coaches in Super League who just say it as it is. And Craig Lingard was right. That is unacceptable. To concede that amount of points in a second half of Rugby League, it's just simply not acceptable. A lot of work needs to be done. A lot of choice words need to be said in that Castleford Tigers club at this moment in time, because it has been looking pretty good for them over recent weeks, but this was quite simply shocking. As for Saints, outstanding, really good attacking play throughout. Conrad Hull was a wrecking machine, wasn't he? Especially in the second half. Very, very solid indeed. Congratulations to the Saints. Brilliant win. And they'll be looking, of course, now to get their attacking combinations more set with this 2 weeks off that they got now for the Challenge Cup to come back stronger when Super League returns. Right, okay, we need your help. Bottom line is, right, guys, here we go. You've got 2 news bulletins a week. We've got Final Whistle podcast. Go and listen to that. Fantastic hour of your time back into the work. All things Rugby League. It's a 7-day operation. This. We've got all of the In the Sheds. They've all been uploaded onto our YouTube channel today. Go and look at your teams in the sheds in terms of what I had to say about each individual game. That's right. Every single game gets its own 10-minute spot after every game. Over to that you go. We've got Super League Raw Weekly. We've got the quiz night tonight. We've got so much content. It takes a lot of time putting this together. And what I'm asking for is your support for less than a latte a month. For less than a latte a month. Please do consider supporting us, and what I'll give you is plenty of benefits.
are inviting you to become part of the fastest growing online community in Rugby League. Your contribution will enable us to continue to improve our current programmes and allow us to develop more so that you can enjoy Rugby League 7 days a week. Our 3 membership tiers provide everyone with an opportunity to create new friendships and experiences with like-minded Rugby League enthusiasts. 18th man membership. You will be supporting the work we do and contribute to our ongoing development. You will be entered into every prize draw as well as our monthly online quizzes. You will also have the opportunity of winning a season ticket by entering a team into the Super League Raw Mini Fantasy League. And you will also get a car window sticker to show that you're a part of this community. 6 again members. You will have increased entries into our prize draws and fantasy leagues. You will have increased shout-outs during Super League Raw every single week. You will have access to the Super League Raw WhatsApp group where you can talk with other members every single day. You will have 1 week advanced screening of our latest In Conversation With, and you will also have 3 invitations to the Final Whistle podcast recordings where you can have your say on the week's action. You will also be invited to a pre-game drink with Greg and I before your team's Warrington Wolves game at the Halliwell Jones. Team Talk membership. You get the maximum 3 entries into our prize draws and into our fantasy league. You will also have the opportunity to submit your question to the latest In Conversation guest, and you will be invited to every Final Whistle podcast where you will become a star of the show alongside the Super League Raw team. Membership start from as little as £2.99 per month, so why not substitute a latte for 7 days of rugby league analysis and entertainment? Don't hesitate. Visit Patreon now and become a part of the fastest growing universal rugby league community online.
Yes, please do visit our Patreon website. And of course, tomorrow on Super League Raw Weekly, we are going to be giving away 2 Challenge Cup final tickets. That's right, 2 Challenge Cup final tickets to members. That's right, our members are going into a free prize draw for the Challenge Cup tickets. More great prize draws coming throughout the year, more great competitions. You want to be a part of it. And of course, the quiz as well. Please, please, please go over to our Patreon website, have a look, and consider supporting Super League Raw by becoming a member and being a part of this fantastic community that we are creating. Right, let's get back to the action of round number 11, and at the John Smith Stadium, Wigan ran riot.
Massive thanks for turning out today. Great win away at Huddersfield. See you all next week for the semi-final.
Yeah, so loud. Even when we're taking kickoffs there, I can hear them chanting, and it's good. Hot day like today, they're chanting. It's brilliant for us as players, especially when, you know, there's 10-15 minutes left at game there. It's probably gone. We've probably won the game. To have the fans enjoying it, because that's what we play for. Obviously we play to win, get the personal accolades, to get the team accolades, to get the trophies for the club and the town, but then for them to come out here and experience, you know, a hot day, they've travelled all the way over, they have a couple of beers in their hand, they're with their families, and then to enjoy the win in the fashion that they enjoy the win as well. It's why we play, and it's, you know, they're spending their hard-earned money on season tickets and travelling on petrol to come watch us. So to win in the way that we won, and then sets their weekend up to have a good weekend. That's what we come out here to play for, and we really appreciate the support.
Well, I'll probably start first half. I thought there was nothing kind of in it, to be fair. I thought they'd scored the tries against the run of the play, which hurt us, but I thought we bounced back from that this week better than what we did last week against Salford. Second half, wow, yeah, I didn't see that one. Yeah, just capitulated second half, to be fair. You can talk about individual brilliance with some of the players like Bevan and Jai and people like that, but yeah, wow, yeah, didn't see that one coming. Yeah, I think when you go into a semi-final, I don't think it's tough to pick people up. The games you want to play in. What some people have had there is a little bit of a reality check that maybe they're not as good as what they think they are as individuals, and we need to get back and start playing as a team, as what we have been doing, because all of a sudden we seem to be just doing a few little things which are not in character of what we were doing earlier on when we were winning them games. We were playing as a team, but now all of a sudden we seem to have fell out a little bit, and there's a few individuals doing a few individual little things which are causing us a problem now.
Well, that man that you just saw on that graphic, of course, Liam Marshall, who scored a hat-trick at the weekend. He is our latest In Conversation guest. That is being uploaded onto our YouTube channel and all of our podcast channels this coming Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Get the lowdown of Liam Marshall's career, what he's got to say about the current squad. It's a brilliant chat and interview with Liam Marshall. We hope you enjoy it. That is available on Wednesday Super League Raw, just giving you even more content to enjoy, of course. An exceptional win. Bevan French was simply unplayable. Interesting to hear Ian Watson's comments there about players not as good as they think they are individually. Who's he talking about there? He's clearly had a spiky couple of comments there for some of his players. I hope they've been listening. It was a shocking performance in the second half. Very, very similar to the Castleford one against St. Helens. That ain't the standard. The Cowbell Army deserve a lot better. And of course, now for them, they go up against the Warrington Wolves at the Totally Wicked Stadium in the Challenge Cup on Sunday. And wouldn't you just know it if Huddersfield Giants were to turn over the wire? Nothing surprises me in rugby league, but one thing's for certain, they will have to be a lot better than they were in that second half against Wigan on Saturday. Wigan going from strength to strength, showing why they're everybody's favourites to lift the trophy this season. Very ominous indeed. From a game of real sparkling quality on the field to a game that's probably one of the drabbest I've ever seen. Go and watch the In the Sheds on this. You'll fully enjoy every 1 minute and 15 seconds of it. But these were the coaches after the game.
Experienced team today on their home patch in their home conditions. I thought we made a really good account of ourselves. There's been a bunch of games, I reckon, in Super League lately where the final scoreline hasn't reflected the battle that it was. I thought the better team won today for sure, but we weren't that far away. So there's a lot to take out of that. How we attacked the game and how we stuck at it. But it's hard to take at the same time. We let ourselves down in some execution areas and didn't apply enough pressure to the opposition.
Yeah, it's an important win. I think you're right. After 2 losses, it was important to get back to winning ways. We prepared really well, and we wanted so much to attack a lot better than we did tonight. And I think we created a lot of frustration for ourselves, but by the way we started in attack, some opportunities that we missed. So it became a frustrating game there for us, but I thought we were in charge of the game all the way through, but we just couldn't get the scoreboard going the way we wanted it to do. So really happy, we scored a couple of tries at the end, 26-0, the scoreline looks good, but we're in the dressing rooms there, and there's an element and a lot of sense of frustration about how much improvement we've got left in us, and that's a great sign. But the first half in particular, we made it so difficult for ourselves. We gained some field position, we had some opportunities, and we just never, I think the Chris Satai one was a sort of summed up where we were at, was over the line and just didn't put the ball down, and that's not a go at Chris, that's just where we were at, and that adds to the frustration. The scoreboard goes to 14-0 there, and we relax a little bit, but I just feel we're playing a little bit tight, a little bit tense, on the back of a couple of losses, on the back of not scoring some points, but I thought overall, we, like I said, to get a 0 against the team is really, really important. So half the game, if you like, is in good shape, and half we need to win.
I think the last month has been really difficult to say, is it progressing? I would say yes, in the way that we've attacked the games with intent, and better intent than we'd had, in some games previously, with more purpose getting forward, better position on the field, even despite some errors today. But also we've lacked a lot of cohesion and chemistry. We've in each of those games, aside from today, we've lost a couple of backs in each game, which has led to disjointed somewhat performances, and then no continuity from week to week. So I think the spirit and the belief in the group is progressing over this last little period nicely, but we need to execute better and stay in it for longer.
I don't know about you, I was a bit surprised when I heard the press conference from Rowan Smith taking positives out of that game. I think the only real positive Leeds can take out of the game is the youngsters are stepping up. The likes of Edgill, who I thought was pretty decent for them on the day. These guys are getting their opportunities now. Sinfield, it was a shocking pass that led to the Johnston try. However, I think he'll get better and stronger. He had a better game than Frawley. And I think that's the key element here for Leeds. It's their seasoned professionals at the moment that just need to step up a little bit more. There's a few key ones of those that aren't just quite firing at the moment for Leeds Rhinos. So, yeah, quite surprised at the tone of Rowan Smith. I mean, look, at the end of the day, there's no point in him pouring even more petrol on the fire. I thought it was quite interesting when he was trying to talk and you could hear the Catalan Dragons players in the background celebrating, and fair play to Rowan Smith. You know, he didn't break stride. But, yeah, I mean, it's not great, is it, for the Leeds Rhinos at the moment? As for Catalan, let's be fair, it was... They didn't even have to get out a second, maybe third game. It was a shocking game of rugby league. Next up for them is Warrington in Perpignan, the final game of the trilogy. That's going to be interesting to see how that one shapes. I mean, Catalan will want to be a lot better for Warrington. They've done them twice this season already. Can they get the hat-trick? We will find out when round 12 of Super League returns in a couple of weeks' time. There's only one real place to finish, isn't there? The London Broncos are off and running. How happy are you for Mike Eccles? We're delighted here at Super League Raw. Let's listen to what Mr. Eccles had to say at full time.
I knew that when we conceded that try in the last minute at Hull, it was a massive moment, not just to lose that game, but I knew that with the games we had coming up, and I knew that we didn't have much cavalry coming back, I knew that not getting the monkey off our back early was going to be detrimental into building confidence. And that's exactly what it's proven, hasn't it? So to get that done today, it's huge, mate. I won't give you the cliches like it's just another game. It's a massive, massive win for everyone at the club. Always been effort. I think everybody said after every game that London have played, they try hard, like they're working really hard. And so that's not changed. I think you look at Ethan Natoli out there, like he's phenomenal. Like we've got a message he might have pulled his calf. The tackle he makes in the last minute of the game, like we've already won the game. It's just he epitomises that side of us. I thought that was a real Broncos performance today. I thought the only trepidation I had about the entire second half was the way we'd mapped the game out, where we felt it would go if we could move them in the heat. They're big fellas. We didn't think we didn't really fancy a firefight in the middle of the field with our bigger players. We thought we had to move them around a little bit, and we could be more direct and go after them a little bit more in the second half. And we just thought we were right on cue. We thought that even if we went in at 12-all at half-time or even 12-16, we thought we've done the first part of the game plan. So then to get there in the second half, I had every confidence we could bring it home. It was just it was going to be a little bit tough, wasn't it, without Will? There always had to be a break-off period where you say, right, that's it. This is how it is, and you've all got to accept it. Yeah. But then to do it straight after you get promoted, and then to say, well, you agreed to the terms. Yeah. Well, we didn't. We didn't know exactly how this was going to unfold. Yeah. We didn't think, and the biggest gripe that we always had, and we need to be clear on this, and that I thought the club were very classy the way that we approached the news, because we needed time to digest it and understand it. And when you're trying to build a team for Super League, and you start coming out with a lot of negative press, and you look like a whinging club and a classless club, that makes it even harder for you to recruit. And we're always up against it anyway. So we had to take our time, take stock, not whinge, not moan, get on with it. That's still what we're doing. But we've always been very hurt by it and very probably bemused by it. And I just think that if the game want London in the competition, the game needs to decide what they do and the strategy around that. Because we don't meet the criteria. They've put the criteria in place over 3 years, which are the worst 3 years of the club. Which is tough, because then it puts us on a par with clubs who've never been in the top flight, who've never been in Super League. We've got owners that aren't investing what our owners invest in, who haven't got facilities like this. We don't fit the mould. It's as simple as that. For the gradings.
And Ollie punching the air before he puts the ball down, does he get dropped for that? Or?
No, but I said next time when you kick goals, mate, get back quicker. He came to me straight away and told me about that stuff, and I said, no, mate, don't worry about that. You just make sure you get back for the kick-off. So, no, listen, it's a great day. I'm absolutely made up.
Do you think he runs into too many tackles?
I think at times, he likes to feel the contact rather than running through spaces at times. Because I wouldn't want to try and tackle him as a tired middle, and you think you run into him there, just run at spaces, not faces. Yeah. Mate, we're telling him.
As quick as you.
Yeah, we're telling him, mate. There's tired bodies there who are 6'3", 120 kilos. Dodge, duck, dip. What's it off dodgeball now? All the D's. Do something. Yeah, no, he was brilliant. Ollie's been good, hasn't he? He's done some great stuff for us recently. So he did last week when we got beat. He did today when we won.
It was Jared's best game too.
Bassett was unbelievable. What about that? What about that? How good's that?
Seems like a proper togetherness in the group.
Yeah, there always has been.
Do you know what? Considering he has lost the games he has lost, the upbeat nature. Yes, he's just come off his first win. If you don't watch the Mike Eccles press conferences, you are missing a treat. He does talk really well. I thought the way he handled the whole London not going to be in Super League next year. Again, he talked about the club having class. I think his class just shines through in that moment of the press conference. Very balanced, very measured, outstanding. I mean, for me, we talk about the likes of Leyland, Meadows, Walker in the shop window for Super League 2025. Let me tell you now, so too is their coach. Mr. Eccles has got a massive, massive future. He is a future Super League coach beyond London Broncos. He's already a Super League coach, but I mean long term. He is the new breed of coach that's coming through. Very, very impressive man is Mike Eccles. Delighted for him, delighted for his team. Some wonderful tries. The Walker try, the Leyland try. Very nice. Bassett took his try well. Some really, really good tries on the day. Aswell FC still in a little bit of turmoil. I thought SASA was pretty good yet again in defeat. I must say that. You know, he ran really well once more. He came off the field with 134 metres made in this game. That's not a bad effort from 16 carries, is it? 8 tackles, 28 tackles. But there is talk that he's under investigation. Something was said on the field of play. We'll leave it there. Well, let's keep your eye on that over the next couple of weeks. By all accounts, he is under investigation for something that may or may not have been said on the field of play at London. What has all that done to Super League? Well, here it is. The Wigan Warriors. Oh, it's the wrong one. I don't believe it. My apologies for that. I thought it was the right one, but it's the wrong one. What can I do? But anyway, bottom line is, let's talk about it. We know that the Wigan Warriors, St. Helens and the Warrington Wolves are all up there fighting. Now, of course, the London Broncos, they're now on 2 points alongside Hull FC, about 30-point difference in the 4 and against in the columns there. It's Leigh Leopards getting closer to the top 6. It's going to be really interesting, isn't it, to see how all this pans out. One of the graphics that is right is this one. This is the round 11 team of the round that has been decided upon by the official Super League committee. How many of these will be in our Super League Raw team of the week tomorrow on Super League Raw? Well, you'll have to tune into weekly on Twitter, on Facebook and on YouTube. But there it is. Walker at fullback, Charlie and Marshall on the wings, King and Hurrell in the centres, French and Meadows the halfback combination. Lees and Neverett have been given the 8 and 9. Brad Dwyer has been 8 and 10. Sorry, Brad Dwyer given the hooker role. Ethan Natoli, we just heard him talk about Mike Eccles talk about him. I thought he was really good. Really, really good was the London Broncos' second rower. He had a real champion game for them. Just to crystallise that one, he got 126 metres from 13 carries, 2 tackles, 25 tackles in D. Very, very strong indeed. Matty Nicholson continuing his great defensive efforts for the Warrington Wolves. He's been picked at 12. And Mike McMeekin got the number 13 shirt for the team of the week, the official team of the week. How many of them are going to be in ours? You'll have to tune into weekly tomorrow to find out. But hopefully we'll be seeing you in a few hours' time. There's about 2 hours to go. 2 hours to go until the doors close. That's right. You've got 2 hours to secure those tickets. Go and get on there. £3.40, over £40 worth of prizes. It's going to be a great night, quiz night, online. You need 2 devices, one to watch, one to play, your phone to play. Multiple choice, you've got a chance. You've got a 1 in 5 chance on every question. Come on, come and join us. It's going to be great fun. In the description of this video is how you can join. Go and click, or just get onto that. I keep going the wrong way. Get onto that, scan that into your phone. It'll take you straight to Eventbrite. You can secure your tickets. Come and join us. Trust me, you'll enjoy it. If you've got nothing better to do tonight, come and join us for a Rugby League quiz. What have you got to lose? We're really looking forward to having your company for that. That is it for another news update. We hope you've enjoyed it. We will be back on Thursday. We're at the quiz tonight. We're at weekly on Tuesday. You've got In Conversation with Leigh and Marshall on Wednesday. Thursday, you've got the news. Of course, you've also got the prediction show to look forward to. There's just loads of stuff coming, isn't it, from Super League Raw. We hope you're enjoying what we're doing. I'm absolutely loving it, bringing it to you. Until the next time, that's been Super League Raw News on Monday the 13th of May. See you on Thursday. Bye for now.